Boop, 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 boop.
All right. I guess I'll go first this time.
About that time.
Break the ice.
We spieling on spots.
All day. Let me make sure I got a little stopwatch there. Can you watch that for me, bro?
Yes.
All right. This is the moment of truth right here. This is the hardest part of the show.
How we put the moment of truth at the very start of the show.
Live and direct, you know what I'm saying? We not
This is how it
tiptoeing, we not
works.
beating around the bush, none of that bullshit.
Nope.
No prep time.
Zero.
It's crazy.
Yep. You gotta pull out the topic. And you're like, I'm talking
Alright.
about this now. Awesome. Whatever.
Brussels sprouts.
Hell yeah.
All right. I'm down with Brussels sprouts.
You ready? Oh shit. They said, I need the code. I need the secret codes.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
Bam.
All right, so I was a really picky eater when I was a kid. Didn't like any fruits or vegetables, but my parents would force me to eat them, and I'm totally traumatized by it. But my stepdad was the one who was really pushing the narrative, you eat your fucking vegetables, all this fucking shit. I had to sit at the table for like all night until the fucking sun went down.
Oh.
But he didn't like Brussels sprouts. That was the one vegetable he didn't really fuck with. And so I never had to eat them, but I love them now.
Rock and roll. Bam. Easy peasy.
Then you had to look at the damn. You didn't. That was 30 seconds.
Yeah.
He didn't even look at the phone once. He was just like, I know.
I was speaking. I was speaking. There was way more I wanted to say about Brussels sprouts, but
I got a laundry list of complaints.
yeah, I needed a good like 60 seconds for that. But you know what I'm saying? We'll save it.
Okay, that's pretty fast, and I can work with that.
Easy. It
Hell
comes
yeah.
and goes like that. And you're like, oh shit.
It's on you now, Dylan.
It's about that time, isn't it?
Yo thing, man.
I'm gonna pull out some stupid business, and I was like, why the hell am I even talking about this? Cool. Wearing shades indoors.
Ooh,
I actually do got some. I got some fun
dang.
stuff to say about this. You wanna hit me with that timer?
Only if you're ready.
Ready as I'll ever be.
All right, go.
So wearing shades indoors, I know a lot of people are always like, man, why are you in the club wearing shades indoors? What kind of person do you think you are? And I'll tell you what that kind of person might be. They very well they might be light sensitive. I got mad sensitive eyes. There's instances I can't even look at these lights right now. They finna burn a hole in my head and stuff. So I'm like, man, I need to be wearing shades indoor right now. But if you're in the club and you got them shades indoors, I hope you got a good reason to, and you're not just like, I'm that guy. Because you might bump into a wall, you might trip, you might knock a drink over, look like an ass, and then you're just an asshole with fucking shades on in the club. What are you doing?
Time.
Bam.
My bad. Yo,
Damn.
Sorry.
You attacked a lot of communities just now.
Yep.
yeah. You went like 35. I was like, damn, where's he gonna go with this? It was pretty intriguing.
It was in my bag a little bit. Sorry.
All right.
You
well,
definitely got to tell me when to stop, because I will stop dead at 30.
All right, for sure.
Boom. Hard stop. Wearing shades.
What you got?
indoors.
Oh, whose handwriting? Okay. Going on vacation.
Going on vacation.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Going on vacation. Johnson's Valley vacation. All right, go.
Oh, man.
I'm not very much of a vacation person because my mom was in the Air Force.
Mhm.
So I've never really gone on vacation because I've been to so many places at this point. I've lived in Italy, Portugal, Hawaii, all over. And we just did a lot of moving around when I was a kid. I didn't really stop moving until I was about like 21, 22. So by the time my mom retired, I was like, I'm not really wanting to travel anywhere. So I literally like moved to Texas in 2015. I haven't really been anywhere since.
Nice time.
So I'm not much of a vacation person.
Said my whole
Nice.
life's a vacation. Why I need to
Right.
go somewhere else?
I already did that shit.
I've been on vacation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nice. That was dope.
Easy peasy.
What I did want to say about Brussels sprouts is
we circling back. We're not done talking about that yet.
Brussels sprouts used to be really like gross, and they changed the way they grew them, and they started. It was like I don't know. They changed them like chemically, and now they're like sold in many restaurants all over the fucking country, and I really fuck with Brussels sprouts.
So like GMO?
I don't know
kinda
exactly how
thing?
they did it.
Sounds like
yeah,
Is it
sounds
safe
like
to
GMO.
eat? I did not know
I
about
hope
that.
I
so.
don't know. Yeah. Shit.
You throw them in that air fryer, they be hella safety. They be tasty too. I'm like, man, hold up.
With the balsamic glaze.
Bro,
You know what I'm
oh
saying?
my God. You
Shit-
pull them out, they got the
shit pretty
little,
tasty.
little crispies on them. I'm like, bro, this is the life right here.
I feel like that was one of those vegetables as a kid that you just hear that they're so nasty. And my parents
Yeah.
never made that for me, but I think I recently had them for the first time at a restaurant, and I really liked them a lot. So
They get a bad
Yeah, it's
rap.
like a spooky kind of thing. You're like, oh, you don't want
I don't know
the
if they're
Brussels
like
sprouts.
baked or I don't know how they're prepared, but it was good.
One food that we didn't really eat like that, but we had it 1 or 2 times was like spinach, and it was like cooked spinach though, not like just the spinach you eat in a salad or like on a fucking sandwich or some shit. That shit is fucking gross. Oh my fucking god.
Well, like canned spinach or
yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Out the
Very
can.
slimy.
Yes.
Very slimy.
No one should ever have to eat that.
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah.
They should
Nah,
feed
I
that
agree.
to prisoners.
Canned spinach is crazy.
They should save that for the fucking
said,
Alcatraz motherfuckers.
You got the nutrients in it.
Cool. We can just jump into it. Y'all ready to start?
Ready to rock and roll?
All right, cool. Faux show coming in hot. It's the Loose Cannon Show.
What's up?
I'm
what's
Shelly
up?
Nix.
I'm Dylan Harkins in the mix.
Yeah, in the mix. That's exactly what we are. It's a beautiful day, a beautiful night in Austin,
Always.
Texas. It's like 9 o'clock right now. No big deal. We sipping on Heath sparkling wine, courtesy of the homie Colin, the other Colin. He brought it here. This is supposed to be like some exclusive shit that you got to be a member of the club to
VIP.
even be able to sip this shit. So props to him for bringing this through. I feel really important drinking on this right now. But yeah. We here at 5th Street Studios, posted up on some Loose Cannon shit. We got a really cool guest here today. It is actually the first female guest on the Loose Cannon Show. Give it up for that right there. That shit's dope.
I knew you was gonna say that too.
Yeah, you know, we gotta address the facts. You know
Comes
what
with
I'm saying?
honor.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. This is a really cool person. She DJs. She has a really cool day job. She curates playlists. She's been all over the fucking world. She is really fucking awesome, and she goes by the name of Bambi.
Oh,
Hey, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you for
Nice.
having me.
Of course.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you here as well. You know, we got some questions. We want to pick you apart today and kind of just really learn about you and let you tell your story. You know what I'm saying? We got a little bit of it earlier. My whole understanding, and I don't know where I got this from, but I thought were you born in Hawaii?
I was born in Killeen. But I don't
Killeen.
like telling people that though.
Top secret.
Embarrassing.
Uh-oh.
I've been to Killeen a few times, and the only time I've actually had fun when I went there is when I went to the PX. You know, that crazy ass like military mall ish kind of thing. And then I was at a roller rink, and it was like my very first performance like ever, like on some, I don't know, it was
As a
it was
DJ?
cool. No,
Or
I
as
used
a-
to dance. So I was like a backup
Oh.
dancer for this rapper.
Okay.
Like Tupac for the Humpty guy.
Oh yeah, Digital Underground. That's cool.
Yeah. Those were my 2 fun experiences in Killeen. But I seen like you talk about like Hawaii on your Twitter. That's why I kind of got that idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
When did Hawaii like kind of like come into the picture in your life?
My mom was stationed there, I think, in 2004.
Nice. You said
And
your mom was in the Air Force, right?
She was in the Air Force
Nice.
for 20 years. And yeah, I pretty much grew up there. So I got there in like the 3rd grade and graduated college there and
What-
everything.
What part of Hawaii was this?
So Oahu, and my parents, they bought a house out in Ewa, so that's on the west side of the island. So it's pretty far from like the downtown Honolulu, Waikiki area. But yeah, that was home for me for a while. So
Nice. So you went to elementary school and middle school
And high school.
and high school. What are
in
like
college.
this is like a weird question. Like if you remember, like what kind of like field trips do you go on in Hawaii at school?
Pretty much like whatever tourists come there to do. So like, you know, museums, historic landmarks.
Volcanoes or what?
No.
Ain't
no way.
volcano.
Ain't no way to take
yeah.
any children to a volcano.
Dangerous.
But I don't know, just yeah, there's like the only in the United States, the only like palace that belonged to like kings and queens that still like remains in the US that's there, and it's like
Wow.
well preserved. Everything looks brand new there. They keep up with everything, all the ancient relics and stuff.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
ancient, but
How cool.
royal relics and stuff, all the original stuff that the kings and queens of Hawaii used, cutlery, stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. There's like hundreds of rooms to visit, so stuff like that.
Rock and
Cool,
roll.
cool. You know what? I did like some like slight research on Hawaii,
Slight.
and when I say slight research, it means that I googled 20
Hawaii.
facts about Hawaii.
Okay.
So I'm gonna share those with you because
an
since
educational
we're on the
podcast.
topic, you know,
You're gonna share them with me,
yeah,
a
right.
person from there.
Yeah, right.
In case you didn't know about Hawaii.
Alright.
For the confirmation, you know what I'm saying? So you
okay.
can, you know,
I'm
what
not gonna
saying?
know these. I'm not gonna know these, but we're
All
gonna
right,
try
all
them.
right, all right. We're gonna see what's up. All right, so one of them is from east to west. Hawaii is the whitest state in the USA.
Whitest? Oh, whitest?
No, whitest.
Across the islands.
Yeah.
I was like, that don't seem right to me.
Like, sir.
I'm not sure that's an actual fact.
That is 21st
So
fact.
you mean like from each island,
From like east to west, I guess. Like from
but
yeah.
every single island?
Oh yeah, I guess.
I have no idea if that's true, but that
Yeah, me
sounds
either. It
that
didn't-
sounds accurate. I thought Texas was, no?
I'll tell you what. When I read it, it didn't sound right to me. I was like. And also, this is from like 2014, but I don't think states really change the size, right?
Yeah.
I
So,
said Hawaii got smaller since.
I have no idea.
all right. So let's see what else we got. Hawaii produced 1/3 of the entire world's commercial pineapples. Sounds right?
Accurate, I would say. Yeah, they got the Dole plantation out there.
Love a good pineapple.
Okay. Okay. So here's like a weird thing that I thought was pretty weird. You can't like bring like a pet gerbil or like a pet hamster to Hawaii because
You can't bring snakes. There's like a lot of. They don't want people bringing in animals that can breed quickly and then take over the island, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You bring snakes there, rabbits there. They
Might
don't want that.
Be looking like
Yeah.
Florida before too long.
Yeah.
I
they
did
don't want
read that Hawaii was snake free also, besides like the
It-
little tiny baby snakes that you see. Like I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's totally snake free, and there's like a huge Jackson chameleon infestation that they got in the mountains because someone brought them.
That's what
in
they're trying to
and-
get rid of, right?
Wow.
And another thing, you're not allowed to take any agriculture out of the island. It's illegal. You can't take rocks. If they find it in your luggage, it's probably like a fine or something. But
Yep.
Interesting.
yeah,
I also saw that you can mail a coconut and you don't even need a box for it.
You just put that in
Straight
the mailbox.
up,
Just
like people
slap
like
a stamp
I mean,
on
it is a box essentially. So,
yeah, right.
Box-
yeah,
box
people will
with
be
milk in
like,
it.
I seen people like fucking painting pictures on coconuts and fucking like sending it like a postcard.
That's awesome.
But okay, so I just got a couple more things, and I swear we can stop talking about Hawaii. All right, Hawaii is one of the only 2 U.S. states where all forms of gambling are illegal.
They said we don't do
What's
that.
the
you
other
ever heard that? Utah, the Mormon,
Really?
the Mormon
They said
boys.
we don't mess with that.
I don't know about that. I'm not a gambler.
Don't go to Salt Lake City for gambling. They ain't got no casinos.
All right. Oh, I have a friend who was born in Hawaii. You might know him. His name is Barack Obama.
Close personal friend.
I'm just letting you know. You know what I'm saying? Your network is your net
That's
worth.
your friend.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the one.
I think that's all I got about Hawaii. Oh, okay. So my girlfriend told me, this is honestly kind of weird too. My girlfriend told me that there is a mushroom in Hawaii that secretes a scent that possibly makes women instantaneously orgasm. And when she told me that, I got kind of salty because there's nothing like that for dudes. And actually, I don't know if I would.
Not that I
want
know
that.
of, at least.
Just because
I don't think they got that in Austin.
maybe
as
in the
far as I
privacy
know.
of my own home, that would be dope.
You saying the what did you say?
The mushroom.
scent?
The scent. So if you smell it, it's just like supposed to take you to your happy place, I guess.
Happy place.
Never heard of that.
Yeah.
heard of that.
She just it's called the orange mushroom. That's what it's called.
Orange mushroom.
But you said you lived in other places in the world, right? Italy. Where
Italy,
else?
Portugal. I think North Dakota, South Dakota, one of those two. I lived in Virginia for a couple years also.
Nice. What'd you
And
say?
that's about it.
What'd you say like is like the coolest place that you lived that you would probably? Well, I'm not gonna say where you would probably just reside, but like what's the coolest place that you've been to around the world?
Probably Italy.
Italy.
Yeah, people there are so nice, and obviously the food is incredible,
Rock and roll.
and it's just there's so much to see. It's so beautiful out there. So
Did you check out
Probably
any
not.
vineyards while you were in Italy?
I was a child.
Okay, so
I was a
probably,
child.
probably not the most demographic for it, but probably still a good time nonetheless.
I was a child there, so I don't know. We just did there's like a lot of theme parks out there, just kid
That's
stuff,
cool.
kid stuff to do. I haven't been back since, so
You know any other languages?
No. Well, I know a little bit of Vietnamese, but I'm not gonna even try to say it right now. Don't ask.
Okay.
My mom's
Show off
Vietnamese,
skills.
so I know a little bit of Vietnamese. So
That's
that's
cool.
about it.
Heck yeah.
I noticed something, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think we have something in common.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty obsessed with chips. Would you say you're obsessed with chips?
Yeah.
I seen you with like some weird, like foreign.
Yeah. I
weird
rate them
chips.
from time to time.
Yeah. That's kind of what
It's
I was
like a
getting at.
scale.
It's either good or bad. There's no like numbers. It's either a good chip or a bad chip.
Make it simple.
Yeah.
I had a teacher in college that would grade papers like that. It's either you pass or fail. No 80%, no 70%.
I like black and white. I like simple.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Complicated.
What about? I seen you comment on the. What is it called? The ghost pepper HEB puffs.
You've had those?
Multiple times.
Fire.
And they're amazing.
Fire.
They're honestly probably the coolest like puffs that I've ever had. They top
Very
Flame
flavorful.
puffs
The top puff.
Very flavorful.
by a landslide.
That's cool.
Yeah, someone on my job brought them in, and I sampled them and bought them the next day.
They're like
They were that
limited
good.
time
Like, I need
only.
them
I can't
now.
find them anymore.
Oh, they're not. Oh,
Sadness.
I'm sorry about that. I was just thinking about them the other day.
Yeah, I don't think we
That's
can
sad.
get them anymore unless they bring them back.
That's tough.
Shit.
Do you have a hot take about chips? Do you have any like stances that might be like against like, well, everybody likes these chips, but I feel like these chips.
I don't know. I
actually
feel like
extra.
at the end of the day, I'm very basic when it comes to chips. Like if it's
You go to the gas
basic
station-
I love hot Cheetos.
Hot
like
Cheetos?
everybody loves hot Cheetos. They're really bad for you, but I've been eating them since
Like, sorry.
very young.
It's so funny like how you just can't stop eating them. And then
Yeah.
I feel like shit after a while, but it's just like, damn, you can't stop eating them. Back like in elementary school, like
That's what
hot
happens.
flamers were like currency. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, I don't know. It's weird. And then I seen a picture today on the internet of how the bags used to look, how they have like the little like see-through little segment
yeah.
on the chips. Yeah. That was nostalgic as fuck. Well, that was my our brief discussion about. Actually, no,
Nostalgic
you had
chips.
like some. You
said
and
we're
Jarrell
not
had
done
some
yet.
chips from the bodega, some like bodega or something like that.
Oh
It had,
yeah,
like, some-
Jefferson's Bodega in San Antonio. They got a lot of chips there.
Okay.
Spent $130 there.
Oh, on
But
chips.
only because they tax on everything there. They're like the only bodega out there.
Uh-huh.
So it's like a lot of eclectic snacks
No
from like
wonder.
overseas, and everything's taxed. So I
Yeah.
spent a lot of money, but I bought a lot of shit though.
You remember like what kind of chips you got from there?
I was just eating today the ones I bought. They're
Oh, you still.
Said making them
listen.
last.
I bought like 6 or 7 bags of chips.
Who's stocking up? Hold on.
No, but I was eating fried garlic oyster lays today.
Fried garlic oyster
Lays.
lays.
Incredible.
That didn't sound bad.
Yeah, very good. Very
Dig
good.
that. Nice salty snack.
Yeah, they're not all good though. I will say that there's a lot of just weird flavors, and it just sounds good on paper, but it doesn't translate well on a chip. So
Let us in. What are they?
I just had this one. It was like this weird, man. It was like it's some kind of appetizer in some other country. I forget what it was called. It had some weird name, and it had like lime flavor. It's just a bunch of weird like herbs and spices, and it like shrimp and stuff.
They got a shrimp
Not-
chip?
Well, shrimp powder was on the chip. It
Shrimp powder.
didn't translate very well
I can see it.
to taste. Yeah, it wasn't very good. But a lot of them are pretty good. Just a lot of like Korean, Japanese flavors. They're really big on like spicy seafood out there. So like a lot of like spicy crab, spicy shrimp chips and stuff. I love seafood, so I'm always getting the seafood flavored ones.
Uh-huh.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that oyster one is
That's the-
very, very good.
That's
where
the
it's
one.
at.
Yeah.
When did you all this like overseas stuff? When did you end up in Austin?
2015. I don't know if
2015?
I said that already, but yeah, I've been
Maybe.
here for
I don't know.
yeah, 2015, and that's only because I do have people out here, family members out here. So
Nice.
when I graduated college out there in Hawaii, I was like, I'm ready to go.
Uh-huh.
Like I've done like it's full circle here. There's only so much you could do on a rock,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I was like, I just want to spread my legs a little bit, be able to travel a little bit more
Uh-huh.
throughout the states, and I just felt like Texas was a good starting point. And I got grandparents out here, Corpus Christi, Killeen, just kind of like all over the state.
Nice.
So I don't know, it just kind of made sense. I started out in Pflugerville before I knew like how far it was from all the fun shit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Are you
And,
like bougie when it comes to like your beaches? You're like, nah, this isn't like a.
Well, it's crazy because since I've moved, I've never really been to a beach. Like I haven't been out to like South Padre or anything like that. I don't even know about the Texas beaches.
You're not missing that much.
I feel like I don't want to get pissed off. You know what I'm saying? Like I go to a beach and I'm like, what is this?
You might get a little bit pissed off.
Oh, you know what? I've been in Galveston.
Galveston's
I think
cool.
people talk shit about Texas beaches.
It's cool.
And it's straight.
Sure.
Like,
I mean, it's cool if you've like lived. I've been to the beaches in Texas a bunch of times, and I recently went to Hawaii last year, and I was like, oh, so this is what beaches look like. Because you go to like a Corpus Christi or South Padre, and you're like, there ain't nobody surfing here. There's not no tropical paradise. It's just a bunch of hotels, and the water's all grimy looking. And it's like, this is not.
Well, that's Galveston though. The sand is literally cement.
It's got like a charm to it, though.
Charm? You know what's cute? The pier, the little carnival rides that they got. That's cute. There's like a boardwalk and stuff.
That's cool.
And Kemah out in Houston is cute too.
It's got some flair.
Yeah, but the beach itself is absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Not quite.
No.
I'm kind of like a maybe like a beach junkie, or I don't know the word for it.
Beach
but
boy.
I just love like just being by like huge bodies of water. You know what I'm saying?
It's relaxing.
I really love Port A lot. And
fun.
I've been to I haven't been to like no tropical beach, nothing like that. But I've been to like Venice Beach. I've been to Virginia Beach. I've been to like some like you know better beaches. But I still appreciate the Texas beaches because it's hot as fuck in Texas, first of all.
Yep.
And I'm just thankful to just have a coast to kind of drive. I can drive out to
2-3 hours you're there.
Yeah.
I hear it's kind of crazy there, like during spring break and stuff. It's wild.
I bet it is
out there.
It's quite hectic. To say the least.
I would like to do that one day. I will say that because it sounds fun.
It's good.
Is it clean? Like, is the sand clean?
It's clean's not the adjective I'd probably use. It's probably it's a party vibe. That's kind of what it is. You show up, a lot of people more intoxicated than they rightfully should be.
Yeah.
They run around the beach. They don't know what they're doing and all that. They might be leaving trash everywhere and all that. So, it is what it is. But the beaches ain't bad. But once again, like I'm from Texas, so they have like a sort of bespoke, like, I guess, attraction to me, but I totally get when people show up and they're like, why would you ever want to come here? It's like, I don't know, 'cause it's fun. I like it. What do you want from me?
So like you say you wanted to go to Austin to kind of expand more and whatever you said, right? I can't say for verbatim what you said, but I kind of got the picture.
Right.
Did like Austin give you what you were looking for in that regard?
It took a couple of years. Coming to a city after living somewhere for so long and just kind of trying to get my footing was really hard to do. I literally just came here and just started grinding, just working. I didn't really have time to go out and be social. So for like the first couple of years that I was here, it wasn't offering me too much. And again, I was living in Pflugerville. I still don't live in Austin, but I frequent it. So I was just so disconnected from what the actual inner city, I guess, had to offer for a while. And then I started going to like the new wave events and stuff at the Eastern, and I don't know, I just kind of started meeting people
R.I.P.
that way. Right. It's very sad.
Such a cool experience. I was in like a drought as far as like my nightlife experience. Anywhere I went, I was just like, this fucking sucks. The music sucks. The people suck. I want to go home.
Right.
And then
The Eastern.
my homie, I think it was my homie Lorenzo, who was like, yo, man, we're going to the Eastern tonight, man.
That
You
boy
want to?
Zoe.
Yeah. And I went with him that night, him and his homie Kino, and I was like, wow, this is actually really, it was one of those Saturday nights. And it was really cool.
Yeah. And like my idea of fun when I first came here, like I didn't know any better. I was on 6th Street all the time.
Right.
And I was like, man, this is crazy. This one's on this side. This one's on this side. Like, this is wild. And I don't know, like just having a lot of fun with the younger college, crowd or whatever. And it was cool at first. But then, I don't know, I started looking at the When We're Wet page. Shout out to them. They do a lot of work for the city.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I saw that they posted about the Eastern. And I didn't know what it was. I just went by myself one night. And I think the rest of the history after that, I started just kind of following people that would come across on Instagram and just infiltrating slowly, just kind of, gaining mutuals and things like that. And it took a couple years. After I met Adrian, I think that's kind of when things changed for me. Adrian Armstrong, the artist.
Yeah.
Shout out.
He had painted me, I think in 2018 or 2019. And then like everyone started recognizing me. They're like, you that girl in the gallery? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
So,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
And I had always done like I'm a playlist curator, and I'd always done that. But the DJing thing, I would say, has probably helped me kind of get more acclimated into. I'm meeting way more people these days, so that's been a blessing. Just networking and meeting different kind of people and stuff. So
Nice. Why curate playlists?
I initially did it for myself because I was having a really hard time discovering music. I think it's really easy to kind of get stuck in your kind of basic library and you're not really willing to go outside of that.
Yeah, that's been me for a long
So
time.
I started Fresh Jams just because I just wanted to keep track of the new stuff that was coming out
Yeah.
because it's kind of overwhelming. And I
is.
wanted to try to find my own way to tackle that so I could be more up to date. I didn't want to get left behind with all the new shit that's coming out. So I'm always just kind of like cross-checking all the different platforms, all the new music that's coming out. And I don't know, it really was just for me because I just wanted to be knowledgeable and
Yeah.
kind of expand on what I thought I knew on music, you know? And it just kind of took over. Like it went from a hobby to something that people have, I guess, grown to respect, I guess you could say, over time. And I've been able to curate for businesses, for people's events and things like that. I've gotten DJ gigs because people have heard my playlist, so that's been pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know. So it just kind of initially was just a hobby and it's turned into just something that people seem to enjoy. So I'm always updating Fresh Jams. I've been doing it for like the last 3 or 4 years.
Nice.
Then it kind of led me into music journalism and interviewing artists and going to shows and reviewing concerts and things like
Nice.
that. So
It's cool. It kind
Yeah.
of opens up a door that opens up another door.
yeah, and I would
you
say
know?
that's probably why I DJ now because it
Yeah.
kind of just made sense and everyone was like, oh, like why don't you DJ? You do
Yeah.
all this
Yeah.
other
All these
stuff.
nice
So
playlists.
yeah,
I mean, and you're curating playlists for like other people and shit. So
Right.
that's dope.
Yeah.
I think it's cool that because you kind of don't really realize how important it is and how much of a demand. Because I don't know, people just like even like when companies do like events and shit like that, they don't even want to like. You would think people would want to like, all right, I want to play my own music. Like,
Right.
I want to, you know what I'm saying? Like want their own vibes, but like a lot of people just don't want their hands on it at all.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? They're
They
like,
handle that.
yeah, we need
Yeah.
somebody to, you know. But I've honestly never, and that's kind of new for me to hear that like people are wanting, like you for instance, to create a playlist for their event. Is that what you were saying?
right. Well, think about like what any curator does. They have like they're able to hone in on what's needed for a specific thing, and they're going to choose the best of what's available to put together and collect in, whether it's an art gallery or whatever. So I think that's what makes, just someone that makes playlists for fun and a curator different, because you can, if someone needs a certain sound for their restaurant, like, oh, we want this kind of vibe or whatever, then, they would go to someone that knows what that vibe would be and is able to collect the songs and put them together versus someone that, oh, whatever, just, this is who I like. I'm going to put this,
Yeah,
So-
they kind of know what the sound they want, but they don't
Yeah.
know like individually like.
Yeah,
you
and
know,
it's
what
a
to go
lot of
grab.
work to like
Oh, yeah.
dig into a specific kind of category, right? You have to really know where to go, and I think that curators they're more likely to do that because that's what they do already. So they're always going down rabbit holes and finding new kinds of sounds. So yeah,
You ever find yourself like stepping out of your comfort zone to like find music that you don't really like listen to like that?
all the time. Like I don't like to be one of those people that's like, oh, country. Like I'm not gonna listen to that by default because no one likes country. You know what I mean? But
what are you talking about?
right, and there's a lot of beautiful country music. So I don't know, alternative indie stuff. I'm like, I have no idea who these people are, but if I come across them, which is the only way out. There's so much music out there. So
Oh yeah.
you can only listen to so much. So whoever I come across, though, whether I know them or not, generally I'm willing to give them a listen and just go from there.
Nice.
Does anybody stick out as far as like someone you've never heard before and you heard like their first song and you're just like, I have to know more about this, or this is like the perfect addition to whatever playlist I'm working on? Does anybody stick out in that regard, like for recent times?
Yeah, I would say like when I first started Fresh Jams a couple years ago, I'd come across Lucky Day. I think before
Ooh, okay.
like anyone was really talking about him.
Yup.
And I remember specifically saying like, this dude's gonna blow up. You know what I mean? And that was when Roll Some Mo came out as a single, and it was like his only single for the longest time before he released, which I don't believe was a debut or anything. But and then he sure enough he did.
Yep.
And yeah, he's still going strong. So yeah. He's probably one of those people. And we were just talking, Marcus and I were just talking about 070 Shake, who signed to Good Music. Definitely, she's one of those artists where I heard her for the first time. I was like, oh, yeah, she's the best thing on that label right now.
Nice.
Ooh, damn.
Yeah.
High praise.
Yeah.
I think the last like person, like young person that I heard like kind of making noise on good music was Valet, but I haven't heard much from him in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even sure that he's with the label
Well, he's
anymore.
had a lot of fans though.
Oh yeah, he
feel.
has. I think he has a co. I'm not saying he like fell off or anything. I just haven't like heard much from him.
Is that his name? Valet? Is that how you say it?
I think that's Valet.
Valet.
Is it?
Is that right?
Is it Valet? It's like Valee.
I don't think it's valet.
What is it?
I don't know.
We parking cars, man. What's up?
My guess is Valet.
Well, someone's gonna have to say it.
Valet?
I think it's
Valley?
Oh, okay.
They go be
That
in the
sounds
comments
cool,
like,
though.
that's not how it's pronounced.
I don't know. I'll look it up.
Oh, all right.
So we need
I wasn't trying to call you out, Shelly.
All
Like,
right.
that don't sound right to me.
you on blast right
That was a
now.
humble pronunciation.
But no,
Humble guy.
she's dope. I don't know if have y'all heard her. I don't know if that's considered her debut, but the first one she put out in like 2019. Have y'all heard that project?
I haven't listened to it.
I would listen to it. I
Oh,
really
70
would.
Shake, right?
And she's putting out maybe what might be her debut in June. So
Nice.
I would check her out.
You know who found her?
070.
Like how like she kind of got in touch with good music?
I don't know because you know how she was on Kids See Ghosts, and I think that was maybe at least the first I had heard of her. Well, I don't know if she was putting out singles. She probably was putting out singles before that, but
Oh yeah, she was on Kids See Ghosts, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's
That's right.
that's maybe that was like her debut on the label. I really don't know. I don't know the statistics behind that, but I'm imagining it's just probably Kanye maybe scouted her out somehow. Maybe Travis. I don't know.
You hear all these
people.
like crazy stories about like these like artists and how like their journey up until like Travis Scott. Like I'm sure everybody's heard his story about like how he's sleeping in cars in LA. He like waited 10 days
Selling
to
textbooks.
meet with Kanye. I think he like it was either New York or LA or something like that. He was supposed to meet up with Kanye and he didn't hear from him for like 10 days and he's out here and like wherever he at just stranded. You know, so it's kind of cool to hear about these like one-off stories about these artists and their journey up until like they reach this breakthrough of
Come up,
yeah, most definitely.
Travis has an interesting come up story.
right?
'Cause I don't know if Travis.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if anyone really knows like how he got inducted into the scene the way that he did, and he started working with all the producers that he was working with, and
I know we did a lot of groundwork and like I listened like back when like when he was like like the days before rodeo I was like watching a lot of Travis interviews and kind of getting some insight on his story. But what have you like heard like as far as the story goes?
I feel like I don't know if he was on the Breakfast Club or what, but it was like he was just suddenly in these circles and knew all these people, and I'm just like, how?
Illuminati.
When did he get
happens.
to that point?
Yep.
That's interesting.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. So tell us about like your journey as a DJ, you know, and you know, I guess the things that you like most about it, things that you don't like about it, your favorite places to DJ, and just kind of like let us in on that.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna pick my words carefully.
Yeah, we're not trying to get you in trouble. We ain't trying to be messy. You
In
know,
particular.
give us the tea.
Yeah, well, there's not really any tea, but
No, I'm totally kidding. I don't.
I've only been DJing for not even a year, so it's been a
Cool.
relatively short journey
That's
thus far.
fun.
But I feel like I've been able to do a lot, which has been really cool. I
Yeah.
feel really
Hell yeah.
blessed that a lot of opportunities have come my way. But
It shows
don't
that you're
know.
doing it right? You know?
Yep.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess so. Something's playing out the way it's supposed to. So, but I don't know. I just it felt like a natural transition for me from what I was doing before. Tons of friends who DJ and had amazing teachers during this journey, and I'm still learning from people. What was the question again? Say it again.
It's like
things-
5 in 1.
Yeah, it was like a lot of
My
questions.
journey. My
Just
journey.
In the
Okay.
general sense, yeah.
Yeah.
but
Stefan Osei was
out.
hosting a workshop.
yeah.
He was doing that at Quattro Gato. And that's like,
Hell yeah.
I don't know who else is doing stuff like that. First of
Yeah,
all, just
first
to
time I
say,
heard
like,
it.
not gatekeeping. Because there's like
Expanding the
a
community.
running joke that becoming a DJ is like funny. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like something that is laughable. But I don't really see it that way.
Why do you think that is?
That people say that?
Mm-hmm.
It's some hater shit.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Not
yeah.
everybody can do it.
I think
period.
it's like it goes with a lot of shit too. Like even like being a rapper or being a producer. Like if you just suddenly like want to like get into that, or you know, or a photographer, anything like that in like the media space that people even can't see themselves doing, they start hating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, I think that from the outside looking in, it looks like anyone can become a DJ. It's so easy, and it's like you could probably learn how to use the equipment, but whether you have the ear, whether you have the timing,
The
whether
taste
you
is the biggest thing, I
understand
would say.
music is a totally different thing.
Yeah.
So not everybody is becoming a DJ that is worth, gushing over. But I don't know. But anyways, it made sense for me. So
Yeah.
I don't, I'm very glad that, I'm at the point that I'm at. And again, back to Stefan, he was like, yeah, I'm going to throw a couple, what was it, like every Tuesday or Monday or something like that. It was like $20. And the class was probably like 3 or 4 hours. And he would
Wow.
sit there and teach
That's
us
bang for your buck.
how to use CDJs, and just anyone that wanted to come. There was no kind of, just anyone. So, it happened right when it needed to, because I had agreed to do a gig at Cheer Up Charlie's, and I had
wow.
never touched CDJs a day in my life. And I was just like, I'll figure it out, like I don't know how. I'm
wing it a
I'm
little
sure I'll
bit.
be able to practice at some point. Like I know the folks over at Coco, they'll let me use the CDJs or whatever. But then Stefan announced that he was doing that class, and I was just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go. So man, it felt like a crash course, because I might have went to like 2 or 3 classes before my actual gig.
Yeah.
But he has so much knowledge, and he is
bet.
so good, and worked with every single one of us individually that was in the class. It was like probably 6 or 7 people at once. And I don't know, I really appreciate what he did for me, because he gave me the confidence that I needed to be a club DJ, so to speak. And yeah. But before that, I had a homie of mine. He's with Hubble Vision. I don't know if you guys are familiar. Julian actually gifted me my first controller. It's like this little janky one. But
Nice.
yeah, he had me DJ at his birthday, just kind of on some low key stuff. That was like
Yeah.
last May. So kind of coming up on that 1 year mark that I've like officially touched the boards. But it's crazy to think that like how much I've grown since that moment. But I don't know. I just think that it's been a smooth journey for me. Again, with knowing a lot of other DJs and some of the people that run these clubs that have CDJs and so to speak. But I don't know. I've been blessed. I would say that
Nice.
it's been relatively smooth for me. I haven't had a lot of challenges. The first last year when I started, I was definitely feeling like I needed to grind more to be able to get the opportunities. And at this point, it kind of feels like they're just coming out of
Yeah.
thin air.
Well, when you plant the seeds, you know,
Yeah, and like
Yep.
I haven't had to stress so much about it, because there's that when you jump into something like this, you're like, I want to be acknowledged. I want for
Yeah.
people to know what I'm doing, because again, like there are a lot of
Validate
people
my
that
work.
are DJing. There's
Yeah.
tons of DJs out here, so it's like, how do you stand out? How do
Exactly.
you get opportunities when there's already so many people that are solidified and established in their residencies and all
Oh,
that
yeah.
stuff? So I just got a residency, which feels really good.
Where is the residency at?
So I do an event called Yebo at Neon Grotto. It's basically all African music, and we do that on Sundays, and we're doing that twice a month right now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's me and Gideon. We're doing that together, so it feels really good to be able to collaborate and grow in that sense.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
and kind of like put your style, your own
Put
sort
a
of
little
like,
stamp on it.
you know,
Yeah, I
because
just-
anybody could say, oh yeah, I DJ here on this day and this
Yeah.
day, but to actually call it something and theme it
Mm-hmm.
and kind of like just kind of put your own sauce on it is really cool.
It was a surprise too, because I feel like at least with the popular clubs downtown, you kind of can expect to hear a certain kind of music, and there's a lot of like Latin nights that's really popular out here in Texas, obviously. And I was just like, why does it seem like you only can go to certain clubs that maybe exclusively play African music? Like you know that that's what they play, and a lot of DJs do play Afro beats, and that's like they throw that into their sets, and it's like, oh, but why not dedicate actual like nights or whole events just
Yeah.
exclusively for that music? So that's I wanted to kind of see if we could attempt to do that in like the Coconut Club setting, and after we did our first one, they were like, oh yeah, we want to have you guys back. So yeah, it worked out.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What do you think about like the whole like I don't know if this is the right word, but the demolition of like the whole like Cocoa complex? I think Oil Can Harry's is a part of it as well.
Yeah.
Take them in.
I think
It's, I mean, obviously it's sad,
Yeah.
because they haven't been open too long.
Yeah, they've only been like 2-3 years, something like
Yeah.
that. Like,
So But I know that they got some stuff planned, so I'm
Yeah.
sure they're going to be fine. But it is very sad just because from a cultural standpoint,
Yeah.
that's not. It's a very sad thing to hear.
Culture, community, all that shit. It was. I
Yeah.
was pretty sad to me when I heard the news, just because like I had just recently started like partying on that side of town,
Mm-hmm.
maybe like a couple years ago, maybe like up to 2 years ago. I'm really bad at gauging time, but I don't know. I really value like a good place to kind of just chill and kind of unwind and listen to music and be around
Right.
cool people. A safe place. You got to worry about people fighting. You got to worry about,
Yeah.
none of that bullshit, So, and also they put a lot of like work into like the cosmetics of that whole like place with the neon lights and like
They do
the
all that stuff
shades.
themselves, and it's just
Wow.
it's like that's so much hard work down the drain.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Sure.
It's very sad to hear that.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely excited to see what comes next of that, because I think they got a lot of like people
Oh, yeah.
behind them, So I feel like whatever they do next, they'll have a lot of support behind
Oh,
it,
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
People appreciate what they bring, because I feel like it just seems like Coconut Club and Neon Grotto, they fill a void of sorts that we really haven't like had a good stand-in for, at least from my perspective, at least in the Austin scene, just because like the usual go-tos are like, I'm gonna go to 6th Street, or I'm gonna go to West 6th, or I'm gonna go to the East Side, and it's just
Right.
like everybody's a little bit segmented in that regard. But I feel like you go to a Coconut Club or something like that, the crowd that is there is about as diverse as it gets. It's basically it's welcome to everybody. So you show up, there's no shortage of different sorts of people that you meet there. The vibe is always, it's a community. It feels very much like you show up and you're just like one person in a big old family.
Right.
And it's like,
For sure.
where else do you find something like that here in Austin? And I think it harkens back to the Eastern, because I think that's why, in the Eastern wasn't a big venue. It was like what? The size
Definitely
of
a
like
hole in the wall, for
it
sure.
was like the size of a garage.
Yeah.
But I feel like we made a lot of great energy culminate in the time that the Eastern was really popping. And that's why it's sad to see that this is the eventual fate of, I guess, Coconut Club in the area around there, because now I walk by the Eastern, it's sad because all that's left there is memories now. And it's just like we had a lot of fun, a lot of great memories there. And now we just got to build something else up in the community that can substitute, which I'm sure
Yeah.
that they'll be able to do here before too long. But
It's rare to come across venue owners that allow DJs to come in and play whatever they want and
Oh,
bring
yeah.
in lots of different kinds of people from different backgrounds. So I do definitely feel like the Coco guys kind of allow that for that kind of freedom with
Oh,
their
yeah.
DJs as well. So it's very refreshing because you can go any night of the week that they're open and expect to hear something different
Oh yeah,
pretty much every time. So
most definitely. Cool. Well, we can switch
Ambitious.
gears. I kind of want to talk about video games. You play video games, huh?
not competitively or anything,
I mean,
but yeah,
not,
very
not
casually.
Like, not like esports,
Very
But I'm saying
casually.
like just video games. You play
Uh-huh.
video games, huh? What kind of games are you into?
I love horror games. So
Horror games?
I grew up playing like Resident Evil. I've
Oh,
played
nice.
pretty much like all the Resident Evils.
You ever play Fear?
I don't. What is
There's a
that?
game called Fear. It's like a paranormal game, like
that's a fir-
ghosts and shit.
it's like a first-person shooter, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no, I don't think so.
It
I
came
don't
out
think
like mid 2000s, something like that. It was like an early Xbox 360 game or something like that, I think. But
Were you like a Resident Evil?
I love
Kinda
that,
kid?
bro.
I played one of them with my roommate in college. I'm sorry.
Man, I played a bunch of them back in the day because they're fun. It's exciting. It's like
Yeah.
you get a thrill out of it that you don't really get in a lot of other video games, and it's invigorating. You just like you're in the midst of just some like horror themed aesthetic story and just run through and just like experience it. I still remember Resident Evil 4 when they came out on the GameCube. Everybody was freaking out because it was like, this is the next step of like survival horror video game stuff like that. So
That's the one with the weird camera.
yeah, it's the back shoulder with that man Leon, where you're like
Yeah.
basically running and you got like the third person perspective,
Yeah, I
and you're
hate that.
trying to save the
God.
president's daughter and all that.
It
Like,
just makes it scarier too.
What was that one called?
It was just Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't have like any like subtitle.
Nah.
Anything like that. Nice.
It was fun back in the day, though. Is that kind of like what you usually like are attracted to in a video? Like, what do you if you play like because you said you like video games? What in a video game like really like gets you to like sit down and like dedicate some time to it?
I'm not a fan of those games that you just kind of play mindlessly. Like, I definitely want to be able to think. So if
Probably
there's
don't play
like
much Fortnite then, huh?
nah, like I'm big into like Tomb Raider. Like
Hell
there's
yeah.
puzzles and there's action. It's like a good
We ever played
combination.
Uncharted?
I've never played Uncharted.
You gotta check out Uncharted.
Uncharted.
No,
is
I've
pretty
never
good.
played. Is it very similar like mechanics to?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's just
Oh,
like
okay.
Tomb Raider for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I've never played. And I like racing games and stuff like that. I don't know.
Gran Turismo, all that.
Yeah.
I
Crash
was-
racing or something.
There you go.
I was into the Gran Turismo like on PlayStation 1.
It was fun back in the day.
Yeah, I think that. But I think and if y'all try to talk this Need for Speed bullshit,
You not a fan?
I'm
Uh-oh.
not mad at Need for Speed. I'm only mad at Need for Speed when people try to compare it to Midnight Club Dub Edition.
Bro, Dub Edition is a classic.
I think that's the
Wow.
most fire racing game that there is. Also, just because
fun.
of like one, you got Birdman.
Man,
It's a
Birdman,
main
he was on that
staple
one.
in
Right?
that game, right?
Yep.
Birdman's like a voice in it. He's like your best friend in that game.
Yep.
He like calls you on the phone. He's like, "Hey,
we
shout
gotta
it," or
race
some
some,
shit. Yeah, some
We
shit,
gotta race
shit
them,
like
come
that.
through, bro.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
the fact that you can customize the cars. You got the Escalades. You got the 57. So many
the
legendary
Mitsubishis.
cars. Yeah, exactly. I think I spent a lot of hours on that game, and it really like got me like into. I'm not into cars like mechanically, but like as far as from like an art standpoint, that's how
Yeah.
I'm into cars. And Midnight Club Dub Edition is definitely the reason. And Too Fast, Too Furious. Shout out Tyrese.
Yep.
Wait, there was a game?
No, I was talking about the
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
oh, I didn't know there was
He
a
said,
game.
nah, the movie was good, though.
Nah,
Big fan.
I always like see you like talking about playing like Nintendo Switch. What games do you play on Switch?
When I first got the Switch, it was Animal Crossing.
That's
That's
cool.
actually I'm pretty sure that's why I bought it.
So that's
Yeah.
like a game that goes way back to like Game
Yeah,
Boy,
I mean,
huh?
I've been playing that for a while.
I didn't start playing Animal Crossing until like last year, and like that shit honestly kind of changed my life, dude.
What?
Like,
It's fun.
it changed my perspective of what I think I should get out of a video game, because it's not like a game where because the video games I need some sort of instant satisfaction. Like I need to win the race, I need to fucking kill people, or I need to
Need the high score.
I need to beat people up,
Need
or
to
I need
beat
to
the
or I need to
mission,
win
like-
the sport. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
but like Animal Crossing is like, you go fishing, you fix up your house, you send your friend shit, you go like, it's so
That's cool.
like innocent and cool and chill.
Yeah.
Like I can just relax and play that shit.
Well, it teaches you at a young age that you got to pay off loans. Motherfucking Tom Nook. As soon as you start the game,
I
he's like,
forgot.
"Oh, we just built you a house. That's gonna be 900,000."
Whoa. I know
It's
this
like
house
you
is
learn real
expensive.
quick.
Damn.
Oh, I gotta pay for things.
Oh, wow.
I forgot that the whole game starts off with just a big ass loan.
Yeah.
And he just tells you in the nicest way possible, like I'm gonna need that back. You know.
It's like no pressure, but
This ain't gonna pay for itself.
yeah.
My favorite thing about that game is when you go catch fish, you can donate it to the museum, and then you go to the museum and you see them swimming in the aquarium and shit. And there's like you unlock different zones of the map and shit. Like I'm honestly very glad that I was super late on Animal Crossing, just because as an adult, I feel like it's like a different like sort of satisfaction, you know, just because like it's like the adult concept. They give you a loan, you gotta kind of gotta work this shit off and pay it back.
There's tons of. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, go for
There's
it, go for
tons
it.
of stuff to like customize, which just makes it even more fun because you can make your island, exactly how you want, and there's tons of things you can buy. So, I don't know. It's just a different experience for everybody, and I think it's definitely one of those mindless games that I was referencing earlier. But I don't know. It is cute.
It's an
It's a
exception.
cute game, and there's tons of different things, and of course it's Nintendo, so you can buy like all kind of Mario like furniture and all these things. So
Yuck, yuck.
it's cute. I like it.
What game made you fall in love with video games?
I would say Kingdom Hearts is probably one of those
Ooh,
ones.
throwback. Hell
Yeah. Yeah. It was so imaginative to me, and just like the whole Disney concept I thought was really refreshing. So
Good time.
yeah.
What
probably
about
that.
you?
Man, that's tough. I've I've played video games enough to where like I almost feel guilty playing them as an adult now, just because I feel like all the time that I give to video games is time I could give to other things, and it sucks because it's like it's a very it's a double-edged sword because it's like, yeah, I'm enjoying the satisfaction of just unplugging. Like, for instance, lately I've been on that Elden Ring on PS4, and that's like the big wave for everybody that's like got a PS4 lately. Like, Elden Ring, it's a good time. But it's a very much just like the same thing. It's like, I'm just run around, kill some stuff, get some experience, level up, and then go kill some tougher stuff. It's not really much deep, like, depth to it. But I'd have to say, like, Kingdom Hearts really got me into it. Metal Gear Solid when I was a kid, that was like the wave for me because it was very cinematic, very easy to get involved in the story and all that. But if I had, it's hard to put a pin on.
Dude, like when you were a child and you played a game and you're like, you know what? I fucking love video games. What game was that?
Probably Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong?
Yeah, because I remember being young and I was just like, the vibes is nice. It's just like someone's. It's simple. It's like, man, someone's trying to steal my family. They're trying to steal my bananas. I need to go get them shits back, and that's my stuff. And it's like, yep. I still remember they dropped Donkey Kong 64 on the N64, and I was like, this is the culmination of everything. This is all the things that we've been waiting for. And I was like, yep, shit rocks. But that makes me think, because I remember you mentioned Animal Crossing, you got to pay loans, you got to do adult stuff. It made me reminisce how you mentioned, because you mentioned being in the semiconductor industry. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on the semiconductor industry? I feel like that is a hot button topic.
What a pivot. What a segue.
Strong.
Was not expected.
Y'all gotta school me on what a semiconductor is.
Basically, I guess it's just like the development and putting all the electricity into microchips and things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Manufacturing, I guess, basically.
I can dig it.
Yeah.
Okay, but back to his question.
Yeah.
What is because you said you've been, and this is something that was mentioned earlier on in the episode. You mentioned you've been in the industry for what, like 6-7 years at this point?
7 years at this
7
point.
years? Yeah. Do you have a stance on like the future of the semiconductor industry, where it fits into the broader like economy of the world? Because I think the big thing that people talk about, because I have buddies that work in like tech and they work in like selling like IT and stuff like that. And they always talk about like, oh, there's a chip shortage. The semiconductor issues got everything backlogged, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. And
you've kind of got a pretty on the ground perspective on that. How has it been for you as far as like, I guess the past few years are concerned? Have you been impacted very much by all the kind of like macro stuff going on in the semiconductor industry?
The first thing I will say is it's obviously a very male dominated industry. So as a like young black woman that works in the industry, it's very different. And I've been learning a lot over the years. I didn't know shit about what they do in the industry.
Fresh out of Target.
Right. And it was definitely really intimidating because it's like there's the equipment in the factories that manufacture the actual chips. They're so expensive. And you got to wear bunny suits down there and stuff. I don't wear any of that stuff. But
what is a bunny suit?
It's like head to toe. So it's all clean room environments. Like it's to prevent dust particles and all kind of things from falling onto the chips, and they circulate the air like once a minute and things like that. So you have to be covered completely in this one material. The only thing that's exposed is like essentially your eyes, and you're wearing gloves and you're wearing booties and all these things on your shoes so that it's just prevents you tracking things from the outside into the factory.
Nice.
So all that, it was really intimidating. And again, I've just been kind of learning about it along the way. But I will say, when we had that big freeze last year, it really messed things up because a lot of those factories, they're fully automated.
Yeah.
For the most part. So
interesting.
That we had, I'm not going to say what happened, but it was a disaster.
A lot of bad stuff happened.
It was a disaster. And coming back from that, it was there's a lot of pressure on everybody to kind of get things moving again. But we essentially, our customers that we shipped to, they were like, because of the chip shortage, I think it kind of happened around the same-ish time. We had a lot of problems happening, and our customers were just like, just send us what you have. Like, if it's trash, it's trash.
Take it, we
basically.
don't care.
Yeah, and it was like that was probably the first time that I'd felt like not threatened or anything like that, but it's like, you know, power goes out, stuff shuts down, and all of a
it's
sudden,
out of your control.
all of a sudden you have nothing to do. All of a sudden there's nothing being manufactured. So that's definitely, I would say, like a weak point. And I don't know, I don't feel any pressure from like competition from Tesla or anything like that. I feel pretty secure in what I do, and I think they're getting ready to build another location, another Samsung out in Taylor.
Interesting.
So they're going to even expand even further. So I don't know. I mean, I love the industry. I've been enjoying like learning things and
I was about to say,
working with engineers and people that went to college for stuff and just learning all kind of new things every day. And I have to think very hard on a regular basis because what I do specifically is basically quality control for my department. So
Okay, nice.
I'm basically monitoring every phase of the actual building of the chips to make sure that there's nothing
Pass the eye
going
test.
wrong. So we're looking at things on a microscopic level and just
Wow.
we're looking at particles that are like falling onto the chips and things like that that are coming directly from the machines, and it's a lot of pressure because you have to prevent stuff from causing damage to the product, and it's really hard to kind of track down where things are coming from because there's hundreds of tools
Oh yeah.
that kind of go into the manufacturing process. So there's a lot of pressure there. But again, it's just, I don't know, like feeling like I'm a part of something bigger and like I have like an actual real responsibility in the grand scheme of things has been pretty cool. So
Nice. So that's where you get the most satisfaction out of it. Is
Yes.
like the seriousness of
Yeah.
it.
I like
Damn.
being challenged, I guess. And there's tons of people that work there, so to feel like, you're playing a pivotal role, and making sure that we're getting our stuff out of the factory, feels pretty nice. So
Nice.
What are your
sorry.
What are your thoughts on Tesla opening up shop here in Austin?
I don't know. I think that that's obviously more jobs, which is cool. I love that. But I don't know. I'm not too worried about it.
Like, that's
I literally go into work.
I ain't worried
Not
about
pressed
it.
on it.
I do my job. I know I'm good. I get paid. I go home. Like whatever y'all doing over there, that has nothing to do with me, as far as I can tell. So
There you go.
I'm
Because they run
chilling.
me my check.
Right.
Yup.
So I ain't heard nothing. So
They
I'm
heard
like,
my
I'm
paycheck.
good.
Dope.
Yeah.
Well, we're kind of running a little short on time here. Not too short, but I kind of want to get this last topic out the way and
Okay.
kind of segue into whatever else we talk about is the ACL lineup that just dropped.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of want to talk about that. I think the one of my favorite people I saw in the lineup was honestly Paramore, to be honest.
You big Paramore guy?
For sure, yeah.
Say,
I will
"Haley
rage
Williams, I
out to
love
some
you."
fucking Paramore.
I didn't know they were still actively together as
That's
a band.
cool.
I
Yeah,
didn't realize that.
it's three of them, huh? I think it's three. I think it's I
Three,
think it's
four.
the chick with the red hair. Well,
The chick with the red hair?
what's her name?
Haley Williams?
Ooh,
Oh.
better put some respect on my
I
girl's
don't
name.
know. I don't know her name. I don't know her
That's
name.
crazy.
Okay, is she a
Damn.
chick and does she have red hair?
Does she still have red hair right now? I don't know.
In her prime, I think she had red hair.
Okay. Go on.
Don't do me. Don't do me. Don't do me. No, I'm sorry. Okay, her name is Haley Williams. Wait, what's her
Yes.
name? Haley
Yes.
Yeah.
Williams.
Yes.
Okay. Haley Williams and then the drummer and then the guitarist. I think that's
The other guys.
yeah. What
Their
about
names,
what
listen.
about them? Right?
Their names I do not know. I'm
Nope.
keep it real.
That's what I'm saying. All right, yeah. Well, it's Haley. We can put respect on Haley's name. That's all good. Fuck it. But who else did y'all see on there that y'all admire? I think I saw SZA. Was she on there?
Yeah, Sis is on there.
SZA.
Yeah.
I'm pulling up the flyer.
Sis is pretty good. I saw her at Bonnaroo 3 or 4 years ago. She has a really nice live set. I saw her management was giving her a lot of hassle because I was working security in the back and they were like, we need this, that, and the third, da-da-da. And I could tell she was stressed out. I was like, damn, that sucks having to deal with like agents and stuff like that in the back of like the stage scene. But her show was great. I saw Lil Nas X is supposed to be on the lineup.
Oh yeah. Horses in the back.
I'm very interested in seeing how he does. I'd love to see how his live show is. I bet it'd be a really great time.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. He's a pretty interesting guy, I would say. He seems like. I wonder if he like creatively, if he's like behind all of this. You know what I'm saying? Or if it is like more of like his team because
Like people behind the scenes.
like his videos are really cool.
Right?
Like, and even I seen him on like a YouTube ad one time. Y'all ever seen that YouTube ad where he's like, "Oh yeah, well this isn't what the verbatim, but he's like, you know what's cool about animation? You can just do whatever you want." And then it's like, y'all ain't seen this? It's not ringing a bell. Marcus has seen it. Shout out to Marcus. No, he's I think his
shades
stuff
on
is
his
like
side.
really different, and I always just wondering if he is the mastermind behind this or if he's just like the whole quote unquote industry plant and
The
it's
face
like,
of the team.
exactly yeah.
Maybe when he like first started, I don't think that he wanted to wear a cowboy hat every day
Yeah.
when he first started.
Yeah.
And maybe now he has a little bit
People
more
like
creative
this.
control, but I don't know. Maybe
People
maybe
like
he
the
doesn't.
cowboy
I
hat.
have no idea.
Hey, honestly, he looks good in a cowboy hat.
He
you know?
does.
He holds it down.
He does.
I might have to give me a cowboy hat. You know what I'm saying? Who
My
el-
question about the ACL lineup though is why don't they, this is no shade at all, but why do they not outline who is actually like a local act and it's just all like everyone's just kind of thrown on the flyer
Yeah, they get kind of thrown into like
and they're
little
on the
small
bottom at that,
fucking- yeah.
the very bottom, and I'm like, that don't seem to make sense to
It's
me.
kind of like a oh yeah, here you go. You're happy
I
now
wish-
kind of thing.
I
That's what it
wish-
feels like.
Which
you
I
know?
feel like maybe they've done it before, where they've actually put it there. Is it on? Does it say it on if they're like locally or not?
It just
no.
says names. It just says the big names on the left, and then like
Like
all the.
I have to
W.
recognize the names, which I do recognize some of the names. Like I saw Mama Duke, I
Shout
saw
out
Pleasure
Mama Duke.
Venom on
Oh, she
there.
on there? That's cool.
What's
Good
another?
for
There's
her.
another band that's on there. Luna's on there, I think.
Luna.
Nice.
Which they're from San Antonio, I think. Are they? Is that where they're from? Dallas. They're from Dallas. But anyways, yeah, I don't like that. I'm like, can I know who is like actually like they live and make music in Texas? Like I want that like outlined on the flyer.
And
I don't want that to be an afterthought. You know what I mean?
Furthermore, they got like at the end they got and many more. I would hate to be the person that's part of the many more.
That's tough.
Who else they got? Tizo touchdown.
Oh, that's right.
You know, a nice. First time I seen him was on Twitter, and with him and his guitar and those like little like cool videos he was dropping. We got Larry June. We got Larry
okay,
June.
that's cool.
I don't know if this is like the fake flyer I'm looking at. I know y'all said
Nah,
it was like
that's
some.
legit. That's
Yeah,
a legit
that's
one.
a legit one.
Okay,
Yeah.
what was up with y'all saying? It was like some fake
So-
shit going
so
on.
There was one that was
Someone leaked like a really rough looking screenshot on Instagram. And it was like, "This is the presumptive lineup," and we don't know if it's real or not. But yeah, then they came out and they're like, "Yeah, it's actually BS. We got the real one like right here."
yeah.
Nice.
Oh, never mind. And who are you excited to see out of anybody that's on the lineup so far?
I don't know how to say her name. I don't want to butcher
You better
it.
put some respect on her. No, I'm just kidding.
I guess Pink Pantheress is someone
Oh.
that was a genuine like.
Nice.
There's a lot of people that I've noticed have like there was a positive reaction to seeing her on the lineup. So I definitely want to see her, but unfortunately, I'm not paying to go to ACL ever in life. So
Yeah, nah.
Not quite trying
I've been
to-
one time and I didn't pay to go that time.
Yeah.
It was fun though.
actually, I
It was
lied.
fun.
I did camp to see Tame Impala on the
Nice.
coldest ACL ever in history.
Dang.
Apparently, that was like the statistic. It was like rain. It's in October, so it was raining and freezing cold, and I waited at that stage to see Tame Impala all day in a thin ass long sleeve T-shirt.
Some front
Some
row.
stranger had to lend me their jacket,
Eventually. Oh,
but it
how
was worth
nice.
it though. It was worth it though. I just paid for the one day and just camped all day at the
That's all you need
stage.
to do.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, shit. Let's wrap this up. You know what? I got a gift for you, Bambi.
Oh,
got-
we doing gifts now.
Donation.
I got a little donation.
It's Animal Crossing.
Shouts out to Doctor.
You've probably seen these before. It's just a little print. You know what I'm saying?
Don't say little print.
Oh,
It's a 5x7, so it's kind of small.
Little
But
size.
yeah,
Nah,
it's a little
you
something,
better
something.
you better say it with
Just
your
a little-
chest. Because these are dope.
You know what I'm saying?
These prints are
not
fire.
the Shane, not the Shane.
These prints are fire. Yeah.
Ooh, look at my
Yeah.
man.
Go ahead, flex on them real quick.
All right, so I'm gonna choose 3 from here, and then you can
Okay.
choose which one you want. All right,
Uh-oh.
boom, there you go.
Oh, this first one for sure. I
All
don't
right,
even need to
there
see
you-
the other ones.
There we go.
Respectfully.
That's baby Shane right
so
there.
cute.
Baby
Hell
Shane.
yeah.
Shout out, baby Shane.
Thank you.
Fuck yeah. I think posted on the Blockchain Shane Twitter. Retweet if you want to print. I think you were one of the ones who retweeted it.
Of course, yeah.
But yeah, I definitely wanted to honor that and give that to you and show our gratitude of you coming here on the Loose Cannon Show. We appreciate you. People who see this, who have been previous guests, are probably gonna be a little salty, but that's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Why?
Because they didn't get a print for being on the Loose Cannon Show.
And commemorate it.
Yeah,
Edit it out so I don't get no heat.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, this is the Loose Cannon Show. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. You can support the Loose Cannon Show by going to anchor.fm Loose Cannon. Is it show or podcast? Anchor.fm Loose Cannon Show. Hell yeah. Y'all fucking fuck with us. We got Bambi, Shelly Nix, and the guy.
Thank y'all.
Dylan
this was
Harkins
fun.
makes baby.
Appreciate
Shouts out
y'all.
Bambi.
Yeah.
Happy on the show.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Plug all your stuff.
Yeah, let's get
and
some
let them know where to
plugs.
find you
What's-
and all that.
what's the
I
next-
don't want to have to spell all my shit out. It's weird.
Where-
Okay.
Where
is-
spell what's most important.
Definitely don't want y'all following me on Twitter, so I won't say that.
Don't do it.
Listen.
Don't try it.
My Instagram is _BV as in Victor MBI_, and that's pretty much all you need to know. I've got Fresh Jams on the Spotify and Apple Music. It's just the Fresh Jams. It's got like a little orange on it. That's pretty much it. I don't have anything else to plug.
Nice.
y'all.
Hell yeah. Loose Cannon Show. We out. Peace.
Bam. In business.
Damn, that was good, y'all.
Hell yeah.
That was fun.